Welcome to Anti-Aging Insights, where age is a state of mind and aging is a treatable condition. And now, here is your host, Dr. Teri Fisher.
Hey there, welcome to the podcast. This week we are diving into the idea of trends in aesthetic medicine. And let me tell you a little bit about why I have decided to do this. I was at a conference just recently hosted by Galderma, and they were talking about a report that they have put out recently looking at some of the macro movements in the aesthetics industry and then breaking that down into a number of the key trends. I was very interested in this, and I thought that you would be interested in this as well. And so today I want to talk about the three different macro movements that they have observed and have written about in their report. And then in subsequent podcasts, I'm going to dive into some of the specific trends as well. This report, if you're interested in looking it up, it's called the Next Report by Galderma. And the idea behind this report is that it addresses the direction in which the aesthetics market is evolving. And this includes identifying future consumer needs and expectations. And so this is an insightful report. It helps us to determine what is next in aesthetics. And again, this is a forward-looking industry report on the global aesthetic trends. And these trends are those that are anticipated to shape the future. This product of research was commissioned by Galderma, as I mentioned, in collaboration with a leading trend forecasting agency, WGSN, and it was co-created with a global network of aesthetic practitioners and influencers. So, as an overview, aesthetics is becoming increasingly part of our holistic beauty and well-being routines. And this is expected to drive the growth. By 2028, the aesthetics market is predicted to nearly double to reach almost $26 billion. And as I said, I want to go into a little bit of the three core macro movements that support this growth. And then at a later podcast, we'll get into some of the trends. So what are these macro movements? Well, there are three that have been identified. The first macro movement is known as increasing accessibility. So what does that mean? Well, it means, first of all, that treatments are becoming more convenient. The less invasive treatments, sometimes termed tweakments, illustrates the desire of clients for convenience, minimal downtime, and often immediate results. Patients have greater access to aesthetic treatments with new locations and options, and we have seen this simply when you look at the fact that so many new practitioners are entering the market. Accessibility also means that it's more affordable, and affordability still has a significant influence on the accessibility of aesthetics. The availability of more affordable pricing options in recent years has widened the pool of people that are able to access the treatments. What's also really interesting is if you look at Brazil, the government there subsidizes nearly 500,000 plastic surgeries every year, suggesting that beauty is being treated more as a right instead of a choice. So that's really fascinating. And then the other aspect to increasing accessibility is to ensure that treatments are more inclusive. The idea that aesthetics is for women is no longer the case. It is moving to a series of procedures and services that are more for everyone. This inclusivity has reshaped the industry such that there is a change in gender expressions that has invoked an openness for men to participate in these services. In fact, the American Society of Plastic Surgeons saw a 182% increase in the treatments in men from 2000 to 2020. So that's the first macro movement, increasing accessibility. The second macro movement is advances in science and technology. This is really interesting to me because I'm very much interested in the technology behind medicine. And the rise of aesthetic technology has expanded not only the variety of treatments that we can offer, but also their appeal. Augmented reality is a real thing, and face editing apps is a real thing, where people can now share their visual desires with the aesthetic doctors as part of the consultation process. We're also seeing artificial intelligence apps that allow users to preview cosmetic procedures before they have them done. And in a survey, it was found that 55% of adults would be interested in an app or website that allows them to see how these procedures would affect them prior to actually getting the procedure. Of course, there are new innovations coming down the pipe as well, with longer lasting efficacy, different ways of administering neuromodulators, for example, and these are providing more options to patients. In my mind, more options, as long as they are evidence-based, is always a great thing for patients and for clients. The third macro movement that we are seeing is something referred to as social community. The awareness and understanding of aesthetic treatments have increased through the use of social media. Aesthetic practitioners, including myself, we use social media to gain followings and to highlight some of the work that we are doing. In fact, there is a particular aesthetic influencer who has 400,000 followers on TikTok, and this particular person notes that 80% of her patients come from social media. Aesthetic treatments are not only being normalized through social media, but they're also being popularized online. And so this is really interesting. Patients are finding inspiration and education through social media, and this is helping to determine what is going to be happening in the future with regards to the aesthetics. So those are the three main macro movements: increasing accessibility, advancements in science and technology, and social community. These are the three overarching themes that we are seeing in the industry when it comes to the future of aesthetics. As I mentioned, over the next subsequent podcast or podcasts, I will dive into specific trends. So we're going to dial in and get more focused on what some of these different macro movements mean on a daily basis. And there are some very, very interesting trends that we are seeing. With that being said, I hope you found this very interesting. I hope it gives you a little taste of where we're going in the future. And of course, feel free to reach out to me on social media and let me know what your thoughts are on this. And happy to answer any questions, hear your comments. My Instagram handle, in fact, my handle on just about every social media platform is at Dr. Teri Fisher, DrTerifisher. And you can always contact me through my website too, drterifisher.com. I look forward to speaking with you again next week. Till then, be well, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for listening to today's episode of Anti-Aging Insights. Stay tuned to discover more of the latest news, treatments, technologies, and developments in non-surgical cosmetic and anti-aging medicine. For more inspiration, to access the show notes, or to book an appointment with Dr. Fisher, Dr. Frame, or any of the other anti-aging professionals, please visit our website at antiagingvancouver.com. Until next time, stay inspired and live life well.